came unstuck in the semi-final. The only slip that he's had, but he came up against the tough opponent in the Frenchman Alain Schmidt. He'd thrown everybody for Ippon up until that point. Davies is suffering from a bit of a leg injury. He was struggling with the right leg towards the end of his last contest. Let's hope that that's not going to impair him too much in this bronze medal match. There's Khubetsov's favourite technique. Just with the one hand, wraps his opponent up, turns and then carries them over the back. And it's in that description, in that final description, that you can get an indication of the type of technique that it is. Over the back carry. If you get to see that technique come off, and I'm sure that's the way that you'll describe it. That's the way that they would label that waza, and as a result of that, I'd probably call that a modified Kataguruma. Davies picked up a penalty there inside the first minute then. Just a single penalty. Really call a mate there, the referee, because Davies, it's impossible for him to see what's going on. Khubetsov, if he had won, would have faced Levan Siklauri in the final. Siklauri, the Georgian, is already in the final, but he lost out to Schmidt, as I was saying, and Siklauri fancied his chances against Khubetsov. He's lost twice to Schmidt, as the Georgian, but he had a look at Khubetsov and said he rather liked the idea of meeting him. Not surprised if you've lost to Schmidt twice. Thought about going for the Osotogari there, did Khubetsov, but Davies was on the move and he's pretty sharp. By the time that he'd moved across there, Davies had gone. Here it comes, and off that side was Zari, that's going to be. Davies breathes a sigh of relief as the Osai Komi is not called. Khubetsov would have needed to have applied the Osai Komi immediately in order for that to continue out of the area. That's also a possibility. Could be that he just didn't call it in time. Anyway, Wazari on the board, and just a little under half the contest left to go. Standing up nice and upright, Davies. So Davies picks up a second penalty, this time for passivity. Here comes Khubetsov attempting that left arm up and around Davies's collar, trying to control the head and top half of the body. And now Davies having to defend in Nevaza. The referee decides to call mate. Stands the pair back up, and there's a minute and a half left to go. Uchigari attempted there by Davies, and Khubetsov steps off that, and then Tsurikomiyashi from Davies turning his man, but not quite getting enough of the foot trapped. But, the top half of the body wasn't bad. Turned his man well, but couldn't trap the foot. Akikomi from Khubetsov, but it's a weak one, and he just collapses with Davies on top now. And there's a shimiwaza that Davies put on earlier on. Khubetsov better have his chin tucked in. Davies strangled Tomislav Marjanovic earlier with that technique to put him into the bronze medal match. And now Davies having to defend on the ground. The referee will call mate now. It's not going to go any further, and there's 35 seconds left. There are 35 seconds left now. Achimata attempted by Davies, almost throwing himself at the same time. Tom's got a nice habit of calling for a mate. You have to give the guy some time on the ground. The minute they end up on the ground, Davies indicates, hey, you know, nothing's happening here, let's stand up. But you do have to give your opponent some chance to attack you on the ground. Well, there won't be a medal on this occasion for Davies. He finishes up in fifth place. Alan Khubetsov of Russia takes the bronze medal. He really displayed super judo early on. Just came unstuck, as I say, against Alan Schmidt in the semi-final, and then had to come back for that bronze medal match, which he's done successfully. There's the technique.